I have an interesting story for you today. 20 years ago, I built this Adirondack chair. And as the story goes, I had just built another Adirondack chair, and I had all the templates, and I had all the wood laid out. I did a really nice job on the other Adirondack. In fact, it's so nice I keep it in the house. It's polished up. So I had a mentor named Burt, who was working at the same building as I, and he shared space with me, and his shop was in the warehouse. So one day I said, you know, John, I'll bet you I could build one of these in an hour. He said, bet you $10 you can't. And I took that seriously. I thought, could I build an Adirondack chair in 1 hour? Now a lot of you are saying, yeah, right, come on, there's no chance. So here's the way I did it. I took this and I laid out all the parts, and I had all the pieces all laid out, and he said, all right, go. So I sketched them all out, took them to the bandsaw, I cut them out really quickly, slammed this thing together with a bit of glue and a bunch of nails. I used a nail gun with pin nails, bam, 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 knocked it out. Took me an hour and 10 minutes. So we got a good laugh. I paid him the $10. But here's the rest of the story. This Adirondack chair sat outside of our shop. And for years and years, this chair was the place that John and I would end up sitting. You know, a nice sunny morning, he'd go out there and sit in the chair and often read a book, and I'd come and pull, I usually just pulled up a tree stump or something and sat down, and we talked about a lot of really interesting things. It was always about woodworking or, you know, the woes of the world, but this guy, Burt, look him up. Okay, I've got a bunch of videos on Burt. He is an amazing guy. He's still around. I haven't seen him in years. But John, if you end up watching this video, this is our chair. I keep rebuilding the damn thing. It keeps breaking. Matter of fact, another guy in our life put those on there. He was a friend of John's. And I keep slamming it together. I've screwed it together. I put a bunch of things together. I just put this piece on today because this back support broke. Still a little wiggly, but you know what? This old chair, as long as I can keep it alive, every time I sit in it, I think fondly of all the things that Burt taught me. There's to you, John. So 20 years later, the Adirondack chair has a new home, and it lives on, along with two other Adirondack chairs that I built about 10 years ago. And I need to tighten those up too. Those are made out of redwood. This one was made out of Arizona cedar, which is also a reasonable outdoor wood, not as good as the redwood. But like I said, this chair has got a special memory for me. And when I sit in it, I think about the times with John back in the shop. First time you ever hung upside down like that?
No.
Alright, stick the tree.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Don't get a concussion!